Maybe someone else would like to help. Not you, Nathaniel, but thank you. We read about the fact that it was time to finally leave from being there at Mount Sinai. That we were going to move from our Sinai to Yizkor Sinai. That we were going to move from the mountain to the wilderness of the Sinai Peninsula. And as you can imagine, everyone was so happy. Ish. But let's say there were mixed feelings. Although the idea of moving on to the land of Canaan and being settled probably was a very exciting idea. What was life like at Sinai? Difficult? Being there at the foot of Mount Sinai? Pretty amazing, actually. It's pretty amazing. Let's just talk about the material, right? You have your peaceful. You had plenty of food. There's this wonderful stuff called manna, right? You had plenty of water that was being provided miraculously for you as well. We know that their clothes and shoes didn't wear out either, as mentioned later on in the Torah. All in all, materially pretty comfortable. Right? Maybe the weather wasn't the most ideal. Materially pretty comfortable. And spiritually, you got to live in Mount Sinai. You got to live at a place where the greatest contact between humanity and God has ever taken place. Where the veil between God and us has been lifted to the point that even the most common among us can perceive God more clearly than the later prophets, according to our tradition. That's kind of something special. And kind of something that you would not necessarily want to leave. And yet God said, go. Why did God tell us just stay here? You might people at Mount Sinai, and I will provide you manna, and I will provide you water, and we will have a spiritual connection forever. I think we found the button. We will find you. Okay, now I got to readjust. Let's take down projection voice. And we will have this spiritual connection forever right here at this place. Why not just leave us where we were? When everything's perfect, there's no room for growth. Right? When you're at the top of the mountain, there's no up. There's nowhere else to go. But if you're at the top of the mountain, do you need to grow? Right? I mean, it's when you reach your dieting goals and you're the size you want, do you need to keep losing weight? When you've reached your professional skill in race car driving, do you need to go further and faster? Or can you be happy with the fact that you've won every race for the last 10 years? Does there always have to be improvement? Are we that relentless self-improving that we can't notice when we've reached the peak of Mount Sinai that we don't need to go further? We always want to improve, right? We always want to improve. That's the wonderful Protestant work ethic. That work that's telling us always improve, never be happy, never be happy. That's also where we get the Jewish neuroses. But we could have been happy there. We could have been happy there. Absolutely. I'm going to have to push back on that and say, with God providing everything and with us having a clear connection to God, it could have been the best of times with none of those worst of time parts. It could have been amazing forever. It'd be like being trapped under a giant glass bell, just there in perfection, pristine, for all time. Isn't that the dream? Right? Our own little corner of the world made perfect and whole and beautiful. So our mission, or more specifically, God's mission through the gift of Torah to our people, is that Torah should reach the rest of the world. That Torah was not designed just to be our own personal retirement community, trapped in a bubble forever, in order that we never have to see the rest of the world or be troubled by anything else in the world or have to even lift a finger to get much food or water. That wasn't why God gave us Torah. God gave us Torah so that we would carry Torah out of that wilderness and not only infuse our lives with its holiness, but would infuse the rest of the world as well. Molly, you had your hand? Mm. So with plenty of food and plenty of water and no trouble from the outside world, no occupations to fill up our time or distract us or keep us from coming to services on Shavuot, it might be easy to have that connection to God. But the question is, was God's greatest gift just that momentary time when it was easy? Or is God's greatest gift the fact that God was willing to travel with us from the mountain, despite all the things that would become a barrier between us and God? Think about the difficulty from God's point of view. God has it all at the mountain. Right? He got us over that whole golden calf thing, and now we're doing it right. Everything is ticking over fine. The Mishkan has been built, the sacrifices have been inaugurated and going, and the people seem dedicated, devoted, and happy and content, and they are His, and God is ours. And now, just like a parent, you have to open the door and say, now that I've got you right, now that I've helped you grow to be this wonderful person that you are, out you go. You can't live in the basement forever. Out you go, and I want to see what you will do with what I have given you forever. What you will do in the real world when you have to do all the things that I've been doing for you, for yourself. Because that is the up from Mount Sinai. It may seem like we go down when God takes away all of those gifts that we were given, the manna, the water, the peace, and everything else that was given while we were in the wilderness. But in fact, God was giving us the opportunity to truly grow by having to be connected to God while also doing those other things. Which is why the prophecy of Habakkuk at the very end is so very poignant. He says at the end, even if the flocks are gone from the field, even if the vines no longer bud, even if the trees are no longer giving fruit, even if everything is gone, still I will reach to God. I will praise God. I will extol God. Because God is not my God because God has given me all of this stuff. God is my God because I recognize God's godliness. And I recognize the power of that connection and the draw towards God, not just the gifts that I receive. When we prepare to join for Yizkor in just a few minutes, oftentimes our biggest ache, our biggest pain, sometimes even translated into anger with God, is that the material gift of our loved ones is gone. We can't sit together and have the conversations we once did. We can't hug them anymore. We can't enjoy our festivals together with them. And we are hurt because of that loss. But just as when we left Mount Sinai, we didn't leave God behind, even though we left the material trappings that God had given us there, even though we left the material site, the mountain itself. We carried God with us, and we carried the ability to connect to God with us. And just as each and every soul that has passed through this life was a slice, was a spark, was a piece, a tangent, a thread of God as well, given life with the same energy and spirit that came only from the source of the infinite, so too we know that they continue to exist. Maybe not in the chair next to us where we wish them to be, but they continue still in the world of eternity. And that connection between us and them, just like the connection between us and God, is possible no matter where we are and no matter when we are. With that in mind, we say Chag Sameach, and please rise for our Yizkor service. The booklets you should have received on your way in or were handed out by our assistant.
The honorees for holding the Sacred Torah, please come forward.